Hello everyone and welcome back to your Esports Rundown for February 22nd, not 21st, because I had too much stuff to do yesterday, so we're gonna get right back into it. Good amount of fighting game stuff happened last week. I'm just gonna go over Genesis, I think, because in Genesis Street Fighter, Idom got into the Kumite play-in, taking over Nephew, and then Enzo Riddles. I think Riddles beat, yeah. Oh, Riddles beat, they beat him earlier, I think, I guess. But I remember there was a whole thing because Riddles was an ex-Smash player. And technically still a Smash player, but that was a cool tournament, it was fun. Tekken, I believe, was not very, yeah, there wasn't anyone big, but there's your Tekken results. But yeah, and then the tournament champs and all this stuff happened. But like, if you're really interested, like this Master Cup was a team battle thing, and then I don't even know what this was. But getting into the European Tekken Cup finals, we have from the lower bracket or from the LCQ, Kane and Trench and Kira getting in. Probably big upsets for like Super Kuma and Sephi Black. Sephi Black does not seem to be translating to Tekken 8 the best, at least from my experience. But we've gone through the group stage. It's gonna be finals tomorrow. Kira from the LCQ does get into the bracket. Same with Kane and Trench. Jod is a big upset, not making it at all. And Daniel Mato, he had a really, really good showing in the Tekken World Tour, but this is our bracket. It's gonna be super fun. I'm gonna be definitely watching this tomorrow morning. It is in Europe, so you have to get up a little early, but it's super cool. Going back, there is the Mortal Kombat Pro Tour tournament going on right now. It does have points and a lot of prizes in Mexico. Sonic Fox is there. He just signed to LG. I don't know Mortal Kombat, but again, there's 2G is there in terms of esport orgs. Is that Nasser? Yeah, it is Nasser Esports. So yeah, this is, I know, a really big tournament for Mortal Kombat. And then Casablanca was KOF and Sam Show. I don't know anything about them, but both of them go to the SNK finals for the winners. Yeah, I don't know European King of Fighters. So and that's about it for fighting games. We will be having, oh yeah, also the US playoffs is happening today. Hopefully it's uploaded by the time that they start, but they will be happening today. It'll be super hype. I'm definitely gonna be watching that because that is going to go to the Street Fighter Pro League finals in Japan, and that will be for those players will all qualify for Capcom Cup next time around. And then there's this Master Cup Tokyo thing. Some good Tekken. I don't know what it necessarily is, but some good Tekken. I don't know what the prizes are. It seems like a good time. Yeah, so that's fighting games. Let's go to Smash. Go over Genesis a bit. Genesis was super hype. Just showing the winners. We have Hurt in Ultimate, Hungrybox in Melee, and then doubles for the respective games. I'm just putting the Melee and Ultimate. Singles bracket, yeah. Triff went on a run. He was beat Mango for the first time, I believe. I also think he beat S2J or SDJ for the first time. Wizprobe actually brought down Hungrybox really early into losers. And then in losers, Cody was taken down by Mango, and then Salt beat Hungry Box, and then yeah, here's the finals. Mango put up a good effort, but not really able to take down H-Box, who then just went down and this was such a long set. Does it say how long? No, it doesn't. It was a very, very long set. It was super fun to watch. I love Melee. Oh, and also I want to point out Axe made top 8, and that was really cool. Yeah. And then we'll go to Ultimate. Looking at this, it really felt like it was a Japanese tournament with the amount they are running it right now. And the final bracket is Hurt with Snake just dominating. Really, he was so good. Looking at the bracket, don't know how many upsets there were inherently. Tweak going down early. Sonic's also losing, but I think Sonic's hasn't done well. Oh yeah, also Spargo lost really, really early, which was a shame because he normally puts up really, really good numbers. And then Shuton took down Tweak. Gluto lost to Tweak as well. Like, this was just a stacked tournament. Yeah, Spargo lost down here to Zomba. But Zomba got 4th, I think, so it's like one of those, it's not a terrible loss, but shouldn't have been in the lower bracket to begin with. Yeah. Let's go to CDL. I think is how I've been doing it. There's Call of Duty. We have our online qualifiers going on just like last week. For the Optic Texas major, which that just is a very crowded logo. I don't like it. First time I saw that. But yeah, so going over last week's results. Boston Breach took down the Gorillas. Rocker took down Miami. FaZe beat Optic 3-0 with that new Optic roster. It's not looking good. If I'm a little bit spoilers down there with losing 3-0 to Minnesota. So they might be regretting getting rid of Huke, but C9 looking better, took down Toronto, but then they did lose to Surge, but Surge are a good team. Toronto then kind of rebound, took down Carolina. So it's pretty much, it's just chaos, really. Like, people taking down, like, there's not, other than FaZe, seemingly, there's not really and probably LA too. FaZe and Thieves definitely feel like 1-2, and then the rest is just fighting each other constantly. But FaZe are playing Heretics right now as I'm recording this. Then it'd be Carolina Royal Ravens versus Optic, Gorillas versus Vancouver. None of these, I think Texas versus Carolina will be a really big matchup, especially if Texas can kind of figure it out from last week. And then Ultra LAT tomorrow is probably the one I'll be looking at. And then for next Friday, probably Vancouver versus LAT is the match to watch. But yeah, let's go to 6 happened last weekend, right? I think so. Yeah, it was last weekend. Sorry, my brain is just everywhere. But yeah, from where I remember, FaZe was able to take down Unwanted, and then Furia, and then BDS getting their major championship win. All the way from the losers bracket. Like, they lost early, so they figured it out. They played really well, got their revenge on SSG, and just kind of took it all the way. Really well played from them. And now there's just going to be chaos because it's R6 off season, and there was already chaos during the tournament. So as that stuff is happening, I will probably try and report as I see it. But moving on from that, let's go Dota. Dota, we have Dream League going on right now. We have the first 2 groups already done. Tundra, Bet Boom, Falcons, and Heroic get through from Group A. Just Shopify was so close. I think they lost. They were the only 2-0 against Bet Boom. It's just really unfortunate because I think they dropped the game to Extreme, and it's like you really just need to, or they just completely lost to Extreme. So it's like, same with Nine Pandas. It's like that was just an unfortunate. Like they were able to beat the good teams, but they weren't able to beat. Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm reading this wrong. They just weren't able to take maps off the top, guys. Never mind. I'm dumb. Just ignore me. But yes, I'm a Shopify fan, so it is sad for me. Team Liquid got out of Group B with Paravision, Chimera, and Team Spirit, leaving out Boom, Avalis, GG, and Yakut Brothers. And then Group Stage 2 is happening right now. There are all the dates that they're going to be playing. Chimera's 2-0 right now, but Liquid is 0-2. Bunch of 0-1s. Spirits 1-1, Boom's 1-1. So, yeah. And then this is just next week, right? Yeah, it's next week. We'll beat the grand finals. Let's just go to League. I don't know, I'm doing this out of order, like from last week. We're going to start with the LCK because they're almost done. They'll be finishing up this weekend. A little bit of spoilers here. As we have playoffs happened. T1 lost a really, really good game into Hamo Life. That was a fun wash and was like, this is why Fearless needs to stay. Same with that Genji Hamo Life and also D plus Hamo Life. It's been a lot of really good games in the LCK. Hamo Life with Genji is in the finals. D plus was looking good, and then they just kind of Genji. I wouldn't say that D plus played bad. I think Genji looked like Genji. Because like Genji looked bad against Nongshim. They almost got reverse swept, and I feel like they kind of tightened up and kind of went back to what they really should be doing. So that is going, but this final is going to be tomorrow morning at 1 a.m. EST. So if you want to stay up for that, be my guest. No, I'm so sorry. Let's go to the LPL, as they just started their playoffs. Another really good gigabanger between NIP and Anyone Legend, and then TT wasn't able to keep their run going, or their upper bracket run going into JDG. That would be Cinema if Pays is able to make it back with JDG. But then we're gonna have lower bracket tomorrow, I think, or yeah, well, this morning, where we have Top versus Invictus, Billy versus Weibo, and this will be running pretty much throughout the week, I think. And then culminating next weekend on the 1st. LEC is running right now. They are running their first lower bracket games. BDS was able to take down Vitality, which is not really unexpected. They will have to be facing Fnatic on Monday, I think. Yeah. Or no, they're playing Fnatic tomorrow. Never mind. This isn't... That's happening. Okay, upper brackets on Monday. And then Koi will be facing the winner of Giant X Heretics, which should be Giant X. And that will be a very good game. And then pretty much after, like, next weekend is going to be the culmination of it. And they will be all gigabangers. The most likely would be Koi Fnatic or GX Fnatic, and then yeah, I don't want to predict this game. I think G2 just because caps, but K Corp has looked really, really good. LTA has been happening. They've been going on right now. I think FlyQuest is up 1-0. I'll look up on my other screen. They are up 1-0 on 100 Thieves. They have been looking pretty good. It's now 1-1 actually. 100 Thieves took a game back. I think this is still best of 3. Yeah, it's still crazy it's best of 3, but whatever. Finally, that's at least best of 5. And then we'll have Team Liquid's Cloud9 tomorrow, and then this will be, or later today, and then this will be tomorrow. This format's terrible. I wish LCS kind of did better. And then we got the LCP. LCP is in their playoffs and pretty much is almost done their playoffs. So from last week, SoftBank was able to beat DFM, who then immediately lost to Vikings. And Vikings did make kind of a run in. We were able to take down Talon, but CFO were able to beat them, and then Talon got their revenge in the lower bracket. So we have CFO versus Talon to go to the major spot, which I don't think anyone would be surprised about. These have been the two really, really good teams in that region. Like, the whole Southeast Asia region, not just... it'll be interesting to see if Talon's able to get it done, especially because they don't have Maple anymore. I forget who's their mid laner. It's Fofo. Fofo's really good, too. But it is a former LPL team. So that will be this tomorrow morning again. So it's also at 5, so it might be splitting a gap between the LPL series, so after the LCK series. And then we'll be having first stand at some point soon. Going to Valorant. I think their major has started. Got the Swiss stage. EDG just killed Liquid. They were able to beat G2 this morning. Map 3 was was less close than it looks. EDG looked really, really good on Fracture. And the Vitality in a really, really good close game was able to take down DRX. So DRX and G2 will be facing these guys on Monday. My guess would be a combination of T1 and Sentinels. I don't believe in Team Liquid. They looked really, really bad. But you never know. I could see this being a 50-50. I could see this being 50-50. But I have a little bit more faith from T1 looking better than Trace looking better against G2. But that will be... These will be tomorrow, these will be Monday, and then they will break for next weekend for the finals to happen. It's been good Valorant. It's been fun. And we'll go to CS. With Counter-Strike, we have two things. I want to get to IM Dallas first, which isn't even on this list. I guess I could, let's go to Melbourne and then Dallas 2025. There we go. Heroic took down Astralis in the European qualifier to finalize that, so our IEM Dallas teams are completely finalized. That will be in, I think, June. No, it's May. That will be in May, so it's a very long time ago, but just want to mention that happened. And we are in the middle of PGL Napoca, and that playoff has started. I don't think I actually went through the... Yeah, so in the round robins, FaZe was able to take down... FaZe and Mongols got through at 3-0. 0-3s were Fly and Imperial. Fly able to take a game off of Saul, and then Saul was able to beat Complexity, which I don't necessarily know how those two even got to play each other. Kind of weird to me. But that knocked Complexity out. Big beat Wildcard to knock them out. Really bad showing for NACS, I'm going to be completely honest with you. And MIBR, also South American CS, is knocking out. Falcons, Fire, and Pain went in the 3-1s. And then Astralis beat Big, Saul beat 3D Max, and Mouse beat Vert Pro to get into the playoffs. And in the playoffs, FaZe Clan has dismantled Saul, and then is playing Team Falcons. That didn't get updated. It's 8-4 in terms of Falcons. So Falcons are probably looking like they're going to win, which is huge for them because that's going to be their first big... it's going to be the first grand final since they've gotten that new team. Mouse beat Pain, Astralis beat the Mongols. I was really pulling for the Mongols. I really thought they had a chance to make the finals. So yeah, this will be tomorrow at 11. And then there would also be a third place match. I don't necessarily know why. Is there like a... It's just for money. Okay. And I think that's about CS. For now, Pro League is going to be starting soon. But there's going to be a little bit of a break. In terms of CS, which is, they got a week off pretty much. Nothing's happened in Apex. We'll mention that. Let's go to Overwatch, and we're going to end it with Rocket League. Overwatch. Lots have happened. Apparently, China is going to be March 7th is when that's happening. Has there been... It has been... Oh, it's just open qualifiers. Never mind. But, yeah. So, this, I believe China has access to Overwatch again. So, 27th we will be able to watch Chinese Overwatch again, and I'm super excited because Chinese Overwatch is very, very fun. And let's just go, I think across the list, we're going to go to NA. Their regular season is culminating. Nothing crazy happened in terms of upsets, I would say. Last weekend, the good teams got it done. And I think, again, it's pretty self-explanatory and things happening. NTMR and Timeless look like they're going to be the ones that try to take the fight to SSG and TL, but I do believe that SSG and TL will be coming out on top. And then for the rest of the games this weekend, MTMR versus Team Liquid, and then SSG versus Timeless on Sunday are going to be the two bangers, I would say. So, and that'll be finishing up the regular season and going into their playoff bracket, which should be down here. So, most likely, I think Avidity is like solidified this 5th spot. So Avidity will be this 5th. Regular season 6 will be probably Rad or Shinigami, whoever plays. I think they play each other most likely. So yeah, it'll be fun. EU is also happening right now. We have Pro continuously being dominant. Team Peps getting that 2nd spot is huge for them. Gen G is playing right now to solidify their 3rd, I believe. Yes, they're playing right now against the Ultimates. That's been a good game to watch. I've kind of had that on my right side. They're 2-2, and then tomorrow will be Vert Pro, and then so I think Twisted Minds Ultimates has a depending on this match, Twisted Mind Ultimates has a possibility of changing things, but I think the rest is pretty set in stone. Assuming Vert Pro doesn't lose, but yeah, actually never mind. It's Vert Pro can lose; it doesn't matter. And we're gonna go over to Japan, as they've gotten underway for their playoffs. I'm not gonna go over the regular season just because I think playoffs is pretty self-explanatory and who got what spots from last week. It's been a wash in the playoffs so far. It was Lily dominated Inferno, Varel dominated Aplom Tiger, Niam destroyed Insomnia, and then Vortex is 4-0ing Please Not Hero Ban is crazy to me. Like, and I think that shows the weakness of Group A, because of the final teams, Lily is the only one already. So Group B seemed a little bit more stacked this time around. This Vortex Wolf Neon Gaming is going to be super fun, and that is going to be on Tuesday, I think. Yeah, they play Tuesday, and then the finals will be March 2nd. Both those teams are already confirmed for the Asia stage at that point, so pretty much the winner of these matches will be going to the Asia stage. So, yeah. And then in Korea, their playoffs are also going on. It's been interesting, to say the least, because it's also this like playoffs, this seeding stuff. T1 was able to get 3-0 for the Gamer. New Era took down Poker Face, and New Era for the Gamer is going to be for that last spot in the playoffs. This seeding has been kind of interesting because Zato's taken down Falcons at And then Falcons took down Crazy Raccoon. So, like, honestly, those two fighting against each other is kind of spelling well for Zeta to get that first seed. Crazy Raccoon will probably need to beat them to try to even keep that second, because you would assume Falcons kind of beat the way. No. That's good music, fine. So yeah, this will be happening tomorrow morning. Same with this final match, I believe. And then the playoffs will be officially started, and I believe top 4 go to... Yeah, top 4 go to Asia Stage 1. So, you're really just wanting to get to here. So, I assume it will be T1 versus the Way for that final spot, and then either Falcons or CR versus from the Gamer or New Era. I'm gonna check in on Pacific. I normally don't do it, but we're here anyway. They're still doing the group stage. Okay, I was just looking at playoffs. Oh well. Which one is Frogger's team? Frogger's Meeks Fan Club. They are doing pretty well. I really want them to make it to the Asia stage. That would be very fun. And we ended off with Rocket League, as they've had a lot of their majors going on. The APAC group stage and everything has been done. Out of the group stages, no real surprises in the Elevate drop in that game, but in theory, these are just like seeding games, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Kinotrope, Senza able to make it out of the lower bracket on Group B side. Executioner, Godspeed. Kinotrope able to beat Godspeed in that lower bracket. Senza losing to Executioners. Luminosity 4-0'd Elevate. The Executioners actually had to forfeit, apparently. That's a weird one. I haven't seen that in a while. And Locomotive looking good, but they will be facing the winner of Elevate versus Kinotrope tomorrow morning. And then I think Luminosity is like clinched at this point, right? Have they? Yeah, Luminosity's already clinched. So Luminosity will be going to the major. This is just for playing out for points for Worlds and other yeah, I think just Worlds, really. That's what they're playing for. So that'll be coming in tomorrow morning. South America is going on. They're in a similar spot. Corinthians, I think that is oh my god, Yukio's team. No, it's not. Never mind. Which one's Yukio's team? I keep forgetting. I always look it up and then like... I'm not gonna... Yeah. But pretty much this is just the Furia region. They've been just dominating. So I wouldn't expect anything different. Secret going down to the lower bracket is interesting. Because I believe they're fighting for that second spot, but that will be again happening tomorrow. They've dodged. They've seemingly. Oh no, they haven't dodged. They will be running into Furia in the semifinals, so that is very unfortunate for them. But I think they've been doing well enough that I don't think Godfidence is going to be able to catch up. So that is South America, and then we're going to go to EU, where there's been some upsets already. For Europe, Gentlemates was knocked out really early by Synergy and Ascend respectively. Not respectfully. NIP losing Carmen Corp 3-0, nothing surprising. Dig getting all the way to the end doesn't surprise anyone, I think. Dig beating NIP is really big for their chances. I think this NIP Vitality game is just a play-in for the major. I'll look after. And then GK versus Redemption would be able to keep GK's spot alive, but I think they're a lot... Actually, I think these 4 teams are there. So whoever loses this game just needs Dig to beat one of these teams, I believe. I'm looking at it correctly. Yeah, so Geekay pretty much has to win to knock out NIP. So if NIP wins, it's, I think, done and dusted, but we will see. I think it's pretty set in stone that these are going to be our 4 major teams, but still it's going to be good Rocket League, and it's also for seeding, so there is a good amount of pride and good amount of interest in still watching this. And that being said, that is going to be it. A lot more Rocket League next weekend and currently this weekend, but I will not be really previewing them at the moment. So, thank you all for watching. I'm sorry this one probably was not the best because I am sick and out of it, but I will do better next week.